Next group of the Bojangles Outlaw making their way trackside. Number 21, boy, she's been tearing it up in Virginia and eastern part of the state. Sarah Weitzel from Virginia Beach, Virginia, in that purple number 21 car. She is an outstanding race car driver. Caden Wise in the number 36 car. There's your point leader, Ben Morabito from Millers Place, New York. A 12-year-old racer, Benny there in that 17 car, has 2 wins this season and has an 8-point advantage in the championship standings. So we'll see how he fares here tonight as he works on his qualifying laps. Right behind him is Owen Zacharias. Owen, a champion down at Florence Motor Speedway last season. And he is a winner back here a few weeks back. Owen Zacharias in the number 35 car. 4th generation racer. Got Marty Roberts III in that 55. Right behind him is the 9 of TJ Moon. TJ Moon picked up a win Friday night up at Kingsport, Tennessee. Yeah, TJ Moon's been winning all over the area and picked up another one in Kingsport, Tennessee on Friday night. And that is going to do it for the Bojangles Outlaw. And we mentioned TJ Moon. He's the fastest car. TJ Moon sets quick time. Ellie Gossett, Owen Zacharias, Allison Johnson, Ben Morabito, Eli Russell, Emma Britt, Killian McMahon, Finn Buckley, and Brian Runstrom. Next up onto the Speedway. Woo! Man, we're celebrating here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Woo! Man, we're celebrating here tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And next up, the Bandolero Outlaws. The point battle, 8-point margin. Ben Morabito, the blue and gray 17 is the leader. Allison Johnson, the maroon number 15, is 8 points back. And there they go, thundering their way down into turns. Whoa, and Zacharias goes around. Both of your championship contenders make it through that one as Emma Britt goes around as well. And we are under caution. Wow, that'll get your attention.
Yeah, that happened so fast I couldn't even tell what went on. I don't know who lifted who, but it snapped around on the 35, it looked like.
Yeah, Owen Zacharias. Let's set the lineup while we get a chance to do this. Maybe we'll get a replay as well on the big screen here at the Speedway. Of course, those of you watching on Flow, yeah, watch this. Owen's in the 3rd spot down there. And tough to say. Well, might have been, yeah, a little bit of help there from Ben Morabito, and then Emma Britt went around as well. This is the way they're lining up. TJ Moon, and TJ's been winning a lot of races over in Kingsport. He picked up the win Friday night. TJ Moon going to lead us to green. Ellie Gossett in the 77. Owen Zacharias and Allison Johnson. Allison is in that point battle. Ben Morabito in the 17 is our point leader. Eli Russell in the 12. Emma Britt in the number 38. Killian McMahon. Killian McMahon is a long shot on the championship. Both Ben Morabito and Allison Johnson need to have very rough nights for Killian McMahon to climb back into it. Finn Buckley in the 16. Brian Runstrom. This cat has won everything, it seems like, out at Langley, over at Wake County. Brian Runstrom has been winning races all over the place. Marty Roberts, another driver that has a lot of wins over in the Tennessee area, is in the 55. Bobby Mars in the number 6. Landon Rapp, good to have Wells, and Mandy Lee. So there's your field, and I think they're getting them all wounded back up here. What a night. Champions night. Hey, by the way, look down in turn number 4. Who's ready for school bus races? Anyone want a school bus race? Oh, right after this. Right after this, Trackhouse Racing School Bus Night. Lugnut signing autographs. Lugnut is signing autographs. Things I did not have on my 2023 things I would see. Lugnut signing autographs.
Well, like Kyle would say in our ears right now, lights out coming to green, lights out coming to green. Tighten your buckles down, boys.
That's it. Going to be fun to see what happens. Take number 2 on this one. Looks like everyone's back in their spots. TJ Moon and Ellie Gossett at the front of the field. Owen Zacharias, Allison Johnson, Ben Morabito, and Eli Russell, your first 3 rows. Here they come into turn number 3. Off turn number 4. Oh, good-looking start there. Here we go. Working down into turns 1 and 2. TJ Moon sets the pace in the first and second corners. Wow, Owen Zacharias, a whole handful of steering wheel.
Yeah, seeing that, it might be that he was a little bit loose and out of shape on that original start, and Morabito just finished him off.
Yeah, when you see that the second time, it's kind of like, well, wait a minute. Upon further review, as they used to say in the NFL, Owen Zacharias has a handful of race car in that 35. TJ Moon is the race leader. Ellie Gossett is second, but here comes point leader Ben Morabito, Allison Johnson thundering their way into turn number 3.
Yeah, I think Allison kind of likes being out there on the outside. If she could get a little bit of clear running room, she's going to send it. I just know it.
Yeah, she has been so impressive doing things here on the outside lane that no one's done. We got trouble. Marty Roberts and Brian Runstrom get together here off from the front straightaway, and those 2 cars get tangled up, and we are under caution. So tough break for those 2 drivers down here as Brian Runstrom and Marty Roberts get together here on the front stretch.
Yeah, that was a really good start right there. But watching Owen Zacharias going off into 1 on that restart, he definitely had his hands full, and it just kind of brings it back like what we were saying, that the 17 of Morabito just probably touched him very, very slightly. And that's what I'm saying. We got these cars set on edge, and it sometimes can be difficult to keep them down, and, you know, that's what you got to do to go fast. Oh, look right here. Ross Chastain is sending some shirts up into the crowd.
Ross Chastain. Hey, Ross, if this Trackhouse Racing field doesn't work out, go down to Panthers training camp. Go down to the Panthers training camp down in Spartanburg. I know the racing thing's going all right. I get that. So, now he's setting them up. Oh, he's setting them up. Lugnut down there slinging shirts.
Boy, he sure does have an arm at Ross Chastain. What an athlete. Oh, here we go. I'm going to catch that one.
The Cannon just sent one. Whoa, over the. Nice catch. How about that? Yeah. Oh.
Off the backboard, into the crowd. That was awesome.
Holy cow. Part of Trackhouse Racing Family Fun Night here at America's Home for Racing.
Here we go. Ross has got to try it now. Let's see if he can reach up here and get us.
Ross, up here, Ross. Way up here.
He's going to send 2 of them. Let's see what happens.
Here we go. Oh, he hit him yeah. He caught it and hands it to his child. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done.
I think Ross is enjoying this a little too much. Look at that grin on his face. He's looking for his target. Look,
here we go. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Young man got himself a nice T-shirt. There we go. How about that?
We got fans down here waving. Check them out.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, absolutely. That's it. Exactly. Got a Blaney T-shirt down here. That one cleared.
I think Ross sent that one back up to Kannapolis.
All right. He cleared it. I got to say this. We got the Blaney T-shirt here. Ross is still slinging shirts. Sunday night at Weed Sports Speedway in upstate New York, the World of Outlaw NOS Energy Drink Sprint cars were there. The Buckeye Bullet, Dave Blaney, lined up 16th and wheeled it up to 3rd. Podium finish there. Dave Blaney, man, there is a great American racer, part of the fabric of American motorsports. And love when I see Blaney shirts here in attendance at the Summer Shootout. TJ Moon is the race leader. Ben Morabito on the high side. He's got Allison Johnson in tow as they make their way onto the back straightaway.
Boy, Allison had to run off the corner, too. And there, she's right in her favorite spot. She's comfortable right there. Watch her dig off this corner. She's probably going to stay there until she can get up to the lead.
Yeah, Ben Morabito says, I'm going to cut you off. You've passed me and everybody else way too many times on the high side this year. Allison has to tuck back in line. It's TJ Moon setting the pace. Ben Morabito in second. Allison Johnson runs in third. Eli Gossett is fourth. Ellie Gossett is fourth. And now Owen Zacharias goes to the low side and takes the fifth spot.
Yeah, it looked like Zacharias and Emma Britt, they were having a pretty good battle there, and Emma decided to concede and back into line, which is probably a really good move because these guys, when they get in line, they're going to not make any friends for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, that has got to drive someone crazy right there because Allison Johnson has drove everyone nuts on the outside. Oh, we got one spin, and Beck goes sliding off the racetrack. He gathers it up and keeps going. He's still going, race fans. Give him a big hand. Oh, my gosh. What a job. So Allison Johnson has been driving everyone nuts going to the high side. They all start protecting the high side, so she hangs the left and drives under him now. And this is starting to get interesting because it's an 8-mile margin. Caution is out. Caution is out. We got a couple of them down here. Mandy Lee and Sarah Weitzel the wrong way around. And so we are under caution. Going to be a fascinating way to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, I want to see exactly what Johnson does because she's got the choice to go to the outside or stay to the inside. She can go to the outside and make that work like she's been doing.
Sarah Weitzel, that driver of that number 21 car, the wrong way around, has a win earlier this season, has a couple of wins. Won at Southern National back on the 11th of June. She's won at Carteret County. She's won at Caraway Speedway, Orange County Speedway, Southern National again. So she has done a nice job. She got tangled up there, that orange or purple number 21 car, Sarah Weitzel. We mentioned this earlier. Just got a note from my buddy Sticks over at Legends Nation. Racing tomorrow night at Southern National Motorsports Park has been canceled. So we talked about the Bandoleros racing over there. That racing program has been canceled tomorrow night. So unfortunately, Bandoleros going to have to wait till this weekend to go racing again. The choose, and you called it. You called it. There she goes, Allison Johnson, right to the high side.
Yeah, she's just comfortable up there. You know, it's really cool that she can make it work because that's probably the only one I've seen make it work. I mean, you can hang for a lap or two, but she's completing passes and for wins, too.
I've been doing this 26 years, okay? And, Josh, I've been doing 26 years. We have done Coke syrup and different other sticky things up there, and that's made it. I have never seen someone on an open racetrack, non-treated racetrack do. When she did it the first time, I thought, wow, that's something I'll never see again. She's won 4 times this year, and all of them have been outside passes. And, well, look up. Here she comes on the high side. Allison Johnson works it on the high side. TJ Moon, a tough foe down on the low side, races off turn number 2.
Yeah, she had a heck of a run coming off on that start, and she's hanging tough right there. Let's see if she can make it stick. She's keeping the real estate really tight right there, making it hard for him to use it up and get that run going, and she's got her wound up on the top side.
Ben Morabito trying to stay tough right there on the low side should she get crossed up, and now she does, but she's able to slide down in line in front of Ben Morabito. Again, these are the top 2-point battlers. Ben Morabito, the 17, has an 8-point advantage, so he is fine for the big picture following Allison Johnson. And there she goes. Just when we talk about the high side, now she's looking low on TJ Moon.
Yeah, she checked up. She was smart right there. She's points racing. You know, TJ Moon, he wants to win. And as he closed the door on her, she smart, checked up, got back in line. And, you know, there's plenty of laps left, so she can make her move in time.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ben Morabito's life just got a little more complicated because Owen Zacharias now goes to the low side, and Owen Zacharias is there. Morabito going to have to work the high side. Ellie Gossett is there. Killian McMahon is there, and a bunch of others. Eli Russell, as they bounce off each other off from turn number 4, and we got trouble in turn 4. Bobby Mars goes around. Yellow flag is out.
Yeah, you know, Owen's car actually starting to look like it's coming in. He's looking a lot more stable coming off the corners and entering the corners. So we'll see how he makes out on this choose, if he goes top or bottom.
Owen Zacharias, that number 35 car, racer out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Wonderful, wonderful racing family. His great-grandfather, gentleman Jim Zacharias, 95 years old. Multi-time champion up in Owego, New York at Shangri-La Speedway, and Jim Zacharias did it all in racing. Jim had a lot of kids, and every one of them raced. His son Bill raced. Bill's son Steve raced. Steve actually has a Thunder Roadster win here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And Steve is now the owner and operator of Florence Motor Speedway. And that number 35 is his young son, Owen, who is a 4th-generation racer. So love the Zacharias family. Really, really good folks. And Owen Zacharias, the 4th-generation star, picked up the win a couple back on week number 3 and trying to scratch his claw on his way back up into maybe a podium finish. There you see Owen on the big screen in that 35 car. Of course, Florence Motor Speedway, NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Racing Series track, Saturday night racing, Florence, and they run regular Saturday night racing. And coming up in about 3 weeks on Wednesday night, it's the week of Darlington. They're not too far from Darlington. They've got a lock-in 200 for the late model stocks. Lock in yourself into the big season finale, and that thing is growing. The car count is good. So Wednesday night, it's the last week going into Labor Day weekend. Wednesday night, Florence Motor Speedway has a great race, and you will love it if you make your way down to Florence Motor Speedway. That is a great NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Racing Series track. 10 down, 20 laps to go. I think Ben Morabito needed that caution. He was on the outside looking in, trying to find some racing room. This allows him to catch his breath a little bit, and now he makes a run on Allison Johnson. They're all yellow flag is out. Apparently no start, I'm guessing, on that one.
Yeah, it did look like Allison got a really good start on that. It almost looked like TJ kind of jumped the start, so maybe that's why they called it back. So, oh yeah, he's giving the flag.
Yep, Bubbles Bronson. Boy, you don't want to get on the wrong side of Nick Bubbles Bronson. Oh. Nick Bubbles Bronson, our lead flagger here. Oh, man, he runs things with a keen eye on everything. Oh, Brian Runstrom spinning down on the inside. Not sure what the deal was with that. Oh, he's going to the work area. I see what the deal is.
Well, you know, to be fair, TJ Moon, with Allison being on the outside and as strong as she's been starting on the outside, naturally, he's probably going to want to try to get going a little bit sooner to hold her off. But here we come to green right here. Looks like a great start coming. Green flags in the air. Excellent start. Let's see if Allison can do anything on the outside again.
Yeah, TJ Moon has a win earlier this season at the Summer Shootout, has a bunch of wins up at Kingsport, and boy, he has got her wound up there now at the top side. Allison Johnson has to tuck in line behind him. Ben Morabito down there on the inside looking for racing room. Ellie Gossett is there. Owen Zacharias is there. Killian McMahon is there. Eli Russell. Wow, the field thunders their way down into turns 1 and 2 as they're all chasing TJ Moon. Now Ben Morabito gets a run for the second spot. Oh, we got trouble as the 39, I think that's Spalding. Chase Spalding stops on the front straightaway. The front end, the bonnets come off that thing.
Yeah, it looks like the front just completely came off. I don't even think he can see where he's going. It's a smart thing he stopped right there. Could have gotten dangerous.
Yeah, he's waving to the officials down here. Man, oh man, the big three. The big three on one stage, one time. Daniel Suarez, Ross Chastain, and Lugnut. The big three in motorsports right there on the stage. Oh, you only get that here at America's Home for Racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Yeah, you can't leave Lugnut out. Lugnut is, I mean, what an icon, right?
Lugnut, the world's fastest mascot down there. Man, oh man.
Man, I know there's a lot of people in the grandstand, but Tad and his kids are really looking forward to. We got some inside info. Tad, the kids want to stay for the bus race. So Tad is a part of the NASCAR racing community, and I think staying will be good for the growth of those young people you brought out, and looking forward to seeing them cheering the buses on.
Going to be fun. School bus race is coming up next, Lenny. School bus race is coming up next here at the Speedway. My buddy Buck just said a note. Brian Runstrom in that 88, which we saw him go to the work area, and Allison Johnson were the winners Saturday night up at Dominion Speedway. So Allison Johnson taking the long haul up into Virginia and picking up a win. She won one or two of them at Atlanta last week. And but right now, TJ Moon trying to break all their hearts. TJ has 8 wins this season. Kingsport Cartway, Wake County Speedway, Kingsport Speedway, and back here in round number 8 at the Summer Shootout. Here we go. 11 down, 9 laps to go here in the Bojangles Outlaw Division.
Yeah, let's see what Allison can do now. She can just set a pace. Oh, contact made right there. So she's got no pressure now. And it's just her and TJ Moon. Let's see if Morabito can close that gap back.
Yeah, Ben Morabito trying to close the gap in from the third spot, also trying to clinch a championship here. He's in good shape where he's at. His nearest foe is right directly out the windshield, and he's keeping an eye on her. Even if Allison Johnson gets another spot, Ben Morabito, per my math, will be in good shape. Where it gets interesting is if Morabito starts to drop back. But right now, he's looking pretty sporty there in the third spot.
Yeah, no, he came off a 2, had a heck of a run. But look at Allison right there. She really closed up off a 4. I think she might get ready to go to work and put a little heat on TJ Moon.
TJ Moon is your race leader. He has 1 win. Allison Johnson has 4 wins this season. Would be a remarkable feat to go 50% here at the summer shootout. She's got some work to do, and one of the best with TJ Moon. Oh, she slid up the racetrack that time. Everything she gained, she just gave back. Now TJ Moon has a different advantage.
Yeah, I think she was trying that high line to see if when she got to him, if she could make that work. That's what I think.
I think you're right, too, and right now, she hangs on to that second spot, and we're going to see what she can do here now as we're down to 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. Can Allison Johnson regroup? She goes in TJ Moon. Moon sets the pace, though, up off from turn number 2.
That's right. She is back in line, hitting that groove. But if you pay attention here, it looks like Owen Zacharias is going to come in and start messing a little bit with our boy Morabito. He's going to have some pressure, and the caution is out. We got a spin in 1.
Oh, we got a couple of them around down in turn number 1. The 38 of Josh Shine is down here, I believe that is, or maybe that's Spalding in the 39. The number 1 car of Cole Gudmestead is around down here, so we are under caution again here in this race. And looking at the timer, we're at 19 minutes in this one, so we're getting close to the time limit. We got 5 laps to go, so we'll keep an eye on that as well, as we shall see what happens.
Yeah, it's going to get pretty interesting because, like I say, it looked like Owen Zacharias was closing in on Morabito, and it looked like once Allison Johnson tucked back in the line, she was getting back a little bit of ground on TJ there in the lead. So, yeah, this could actually end up being a 4-way battle for the lead if we're not careful.
Boy, it could get good, that's for sure. And this Bojangles Outlaw division, the racing has been outstanding this year. It has been so good in this division, and we are going to wrap it up now. Final round, 5 laps to go. TJ Moon, Allison Johnson, Ben Morabito, Owen Zacharias, Killian McMahon, Emma Britt, Eli Russell, Emma Britt, Marty Roberts, out there in Ellie Gossett, and Landon Rapp in the 28. Here we go. Turn number 3, off turn number 4. 5 laps to go, the final round for the Outlaws. And boy, Allison Johnson and TJ Moon get a couple car lengths down into turn 1.
What a launch by those top 2. Unbelievable. She's going to have a look. He slipped off the corner. TJ Moon slipped. He looked at her, crowding him down. She's got the spot. Oh, man.
TJ able to shut the door right now. They both slide up the racetrack. Both of them a little out of shape there, and that allows Ben Morabito to scratch and claw his way back up in here. 3 young racers just throwing everything they have at it, at each other, at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Championship on the line, race win on the line. Here they come off turn number 4, this time by 3 laps to go, and Allison Johnson has another run on TJ Moon.
Killian McMahon made some moves and is picking up some speed too, back up into 4th here. And here we go. Look at the top 3. They're really, really tight. They've got to play it smart because if they don't, they could get sent to the rear if they spin each other out.
Yeah, that's the thing you got to be worried about right now. And Ben Morabito seems like he's found a little bit of space between himself and the car behind him, and that's what he's looking for. 2 laps to go. 2 to go here now as they make their way off turn number 2. TJ Moon, your race leader, still doing a nice job at the front of the field.
I don't think they're happy just sitting where they're at, but they sure do look comfortable riding around right there. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, they are just putting it down with 1 lap to go, white flag in the air. I don't think that TJ Moon is going to feel any pressure from Allison Johnson. Looks like the top 3 might wind up just the way it is.
Yeah, TJ Moon picked up the win on round number 8, and here he is into turn number 3, up off from turn number 4. Race winner TJ Moon gets the victory. Allison Johnson finishes 2nd. Ben Morabito is 3rd. Killian McMahon is 4th, and Owen Zacharias 5th. Unofficially, and again, this is Steve Post math, not official math, that Ben Morabito, the 2023 Cookout Summer Shootout champion here at America's Home for Racing. Josh, you got some work to do. You got some cars over there you're working on, some kids over there in your car, but we appreciate you spending some time with us here in the booth.
Thank you for having me. I hope did a good job. I'm looking forward to maybe being back here next year and running the full season. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. Josh Mullins joining us here from over in Columbia, Tennessee, our guest analyst here tonight on the Flow broadcast.
Man, Steve, with about 4 laps to go, I thought this Bad Moon was going to be caught by his version of Left Eye, and lose that lead up in flames, but it didn't happen. Kingsport winner, T.J. Moon. Now going to get to climb out of the car in this victory lane here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Look at that. You can howl for some Bojangles at this Moon. From the concrete jungle up here to the America's Home for Racing. Man, she was right there on you, showed you the nose. How were you able to hold her off?
Just a great car. I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Dean Hanscom Heating, Redhead Racing, SOS Towing, Pine Tree Food Equipment, Coran, all the fans, thanks for coming out, and I'm so happy.
Well, congratulations. He's happy and looks tired. T.J. Moon getting the victory here. Back up to the booth.
Race fans, who wants to see school bus racing? Landon in the number 28R, Jeffrey Beck, Cole Gudmestage, Josh Shine, Lillian Pellizzeri, Caden Wise, Chase Spalding, Sarah Weitzel, Houston in celebration. So final few cars being put in place. Once those cars get situated here on the front straightaway, we will have the champions celebration begin. We'll open up the gates and allow you down on the track. Again, we're so grateful that you have joined us here tonight and really all season long here at America's Home for Racing, Charlotte Motor Speedway, for this, the 30th running of the Summer Shootout here at Charlotte Motor Speedway.
Ladies and gentlemen, Flow Racing TV, it is time to crown our Cookout Summer Shootout champions. And the Beginner Bandits, we're going to start off 5th, 4th, and so on. So let's start with our 5th place driver in this year's Beginner Bandits, Carson Quabble from Salisbury, North Carolina. Carson, if you'll come up about right here, about right at the H. Next up, and that step hasn't worked all year. But I'll tell you, there's a man that can get it done. Colt Johnson finishes 4th in the Beginner Bandits, or Bandolero Bandits. 3rd place, he just won earlier tonight, and he's won a number of races. Wyatt Coffey, 3rd place for the season. And finishing 2nd from Mooresville, North Carolina, the number 9, you've seen his green car a number of times, Jack Smith coming up here. Love the Buc-ee's hat there. And the champion of the, look at that, quick hat change, gets the bell. Come on up here, Laquan McCoy. Man, you won that race. Let's get this into, oh, sorry about that, Jack. And you're now the champion. How's this moment feel?
I feel it's great considering I lost my crew chief earlier this year. I've just got to thank everybody at JWM, everyone at Alloy Employer Services, Routes and Motor Parts, and I got to thank my parents. I just couldn't have done this without all those guys.
Neat belt you got. How cool is that going to look on the trophy shelf?
Oh, it's going to look great with my Nashville guitar.
Well, Laquan McCoy, he's got a belt, got the Nashville guitar. We got our photographers. Please stay out of their way. Let them take pictures of these top 5 in our Beginner Bandits. So Flow Racing TV, it's time for our Bandolero Outlaw Top 5. Now the drivers are here to our stage right. Let's start off with our 5th place from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Owen Zacharias. Florence Motor Speedway champion to go to his position. Next up, the winner from tonight and many other times, TJ Moon coming up. He finished 4th. From Manning, South Carolina, Killian McMahon finishing in 3rd. And our runner-up from right here in Charlotte, North Carolina, the High Side sister, Allison Johnson, ends up 2nd in points. And we'll catch our winning driver, our champion, as he comes up here from New York, Ben Morabito. Congratulations. You've been up and down the road a bunch of times. Now you're going to take a belt back home. How much does this mean?
Oh, it feels amazing. You know, it's been the up and downs. It's been the hardest part of the whole year. We're just thankful that we could just get up this far and just help everybody that's helped me get up here. It's been a tough road, but eventually we got to be able to do it.
You travel the roads, you go to so many places, great places. Charlotte's where legends were made and Bandolero started. What does it feel like to win the Summer Shootout Championship, the Cookout Summer Shootout Championship?
It's been amazing, you know. As soon as I started, I just, as soon as I saw the belt, I wanted it, and it's just been a dream of mine for the entire year, and, eventually we're able to got it, and I was super happy to get it.
Taking it back to Riverhead, you're going to take it out to the track and show them a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Well, back home in New York, here comes your champion, the Cookout Summer Shootout champion, Ben Morabito, and the top 5 from the Bandolero Outlaws.